Hello students, welcome to a quick section on radicals. So before we start Unit 8, we will take two classes to review radicals. So today in class, in this video, I will show you how to simplify radicals. So our POD, simplify square root of 25. And most of you know that the answer is 5. The second example is 3 radical 36. So in other words, it's 3 times, and radical 36 is 6. Therefore, the answer is 18. And the last example is negative 2 radical 9. Radical 9. How do you, by the way, read this? You can say radical 9. You can also say square root of 9. So we know this is 3. So this will be negative 2 times 3. So the answer is negative 6. Okay. One thing I would like to correct about my writing here, like in this example, some people think this is 3 and 6/10 or 3.6. So that's why in mathematics we try to use parentheses to indicate multiplication. So I'd like you to pause the video for 2 minutes and please try example number 5 and 6. And then once you're done, please check my answers. Okay, so if you do your work, the answer to question number 5 would be D is equal to 5. And the answer to question number 6 would be X is equal to negative 12 sevenths. 12 over 7, that is the answer. Please do not give me decimals, I prefer fractions. Okay, and last thing is square root of 25, which is 5. And number 8, 6 to the second power, or 6 squared, is not 12, it's 36. Because it really means 6 times 6, which is 36. Okay, so today in class, we will simplify radicals. And this is very important for Algebra 2 and for other courses that you will take in high school or college. So what exactly is a radical or square root? What exactly do I mean by this? So the best way to explain this is if I give you a square. Okay, so imagine this is a square. By definition, is 4 congruent angles, 90-degree angles, and 4 congruent sides. Okay, and if I tell you that the area of the square is equal to, for example, 80. Okay, how long is this side? Okay, in other words, what number times itself is equal to 80? Because how do you find the area of a square? You multiply x times x, because it's basically x times x, which is x squared. So what number times itself is equal to 80? Now, we do not know this because 80 is not a perfect square. If this number, for example, was, instead of 80, if this number was, let's say, 81, the answer would be 9, because 9 times 9 is 81. But 80 is not a perfect square. So what exactly is a radical, square root? Square root is basically giving you the side length of a square. Okay, so if I put square root of 80, it will give me the x. It will give me the length of this side of a square. So that's what square root is. All right, so today we would like to simplify radicals. So first question for you is simplify square root of 48. Okay, and do not change to a decimal. If you put this in the calculator, square root of 48 will be 6 point something. How do I know it? Because square root of 49 is 7 and 48 is a little bit below, a little bit less than 49. Okay, but I don't want you to give me a decimal. So quickly, let's review the perfect squares. And you have to memorize this. The first one is square root of 1, which is 1. but we don't really use it because 1 is a identity. So the next one is 4. Square root of 4 is equal to 2. Square root of 9 is equal to 3. Square root of 16 is equal to 4. Square root of 25 is equal to 5. And you should see a pattern, okay? So the next number will be 6, and this will be square root of 36. The next number will be 7, and 7 times 7 is 49. So square root of 36 is equal to 6. Square root of 49 is equal to 7. Square root of 64 is equal to 8. Square root of 9 times 9 is 81 equals 9. Square root of 100 is equal to 10. And I will list a few more. Square root of 121 is equal to 11. Square root of 12 times 12 is 144 equals 12. And I will just leave 13, which is 169. Again, you should memorize up to 13, up to square root of 169, because it's very helpful. So what do I mean by simplify square root of 48? Okay. What I'm asking you to do is think about factors of 48. Okay. Now 48 could be 1 times 48, 2 times 24. Actually, we'll list it. So 48 could be 1 times 48, 2 times 24, 3 times 16, 4 times 12. Did I miss something? 48. You can also list 6 times 8. Okay, but now, which pair? So here I have a perfect square. 16 is a perfect square. Also, 4 is a perfect square. So how do I know which one to pick? You should pick the one with the highest perfect square, which is technically 16. So I can rewrite 48 as 16 times 3. And what's square root of 16? 4. So the answer is 4 radical 3. Okay, so that's how you do this. All right, question number 1. Square root of 12. Okay, think about the factors of 12. 12 is 2 times 6 and 4 times 3. Question, should you write 3 times 4 or 4 times 3? Typically, you would like to write a perfect square first. So 12 is 4 times 3. Square root of 4 is 2, so the answer is 2 radical 3. Okay. Number 2. Square root of 32. 32 is 2 times 16, 4 times 8. And think about this. 4 is a perfect square and 16 is a perfect square. You would like to pick the pair with 16 because 16 is a bigger number. So square root of 32 I can rewrite as 16 times 2. And then I will get 4 square root of 2. So what I'd like you to do is pause the video, okay? And please watch, please try example 2 and 3 and 4. And in a minute, I will show you the answers. So please pause the video, try it, and then see if you did it correctly. Okay, 75 I can rewrite as 25 times 3, because 25 is a perfect square, and this is 5 radical 3. Okay. And the next example is 180. That is not easy to do in your head because 180 we have a lot of factors. So 180. What perfect square goes in 180? So 180. If you try all the factors, you could rewrite 180 as 36 times 5. Okay? And 36 is 6. I mean, square root of 36 is 6. So that's your answer. Okay? Okay, next topic. Adding and subtracting radicals. So the rules. If you can simplify radical first, okay, what does this mean? If I give you radical 12, you can simplify this to 2 radical 3. Add or subtract the numbers in front of the radicals if the radicands are the same. Keep the radicands as they are. So what does this mean? If I, for example, give you this problem, 7x minus 5y plus 4x plus 12y. Okay, the like terms are 7x and 4x. And 7x plus 4x, you only add the coefficients. So that would be 11x. And negative 5y and 12y are also like terms. And negative 5 plus 12 is 7. So that will be plus 7y. So same thing here. Okay, do we have any like terms? Yes, we do. 7 radical 3 and 4 radical 3. Again, when I add it, you only add the coefficients. Okay, so the numbers in front. So 7 plus 4 is 11. So you get 11 radical 3. And I'm going to put 2 lines. They're also like terms. And negative 5 plus 12 is 7. So that will be plus 7 radical 2. We will do multiplication and division soon. So that's a little bit more challenging. But when you add or subtract, you only subtract and or add the coefficients. Okay, and you keep the variables the same. All right, so question number 2, the one below. Many of you may think, well, we cannot do anything because they are not like terms. Well, we can first simplify the radicals. I'll do this on the side. Radical 18, okay, 18 is 9 times 2, so that will be 9 times 2, which is 3 radical 2. Radical 32 is 16 times 2, which is 4 radical 2. And radical 75 is equal to 25 times 3, which is 5 radical 3. So now let's rewrite this. Radical 18 is 3 radical 2. Radical 32 is 4 radical 2. And radical 75 is 5 radical 3. Now, do we have any like terms? Yes, we do. The first one and the second one are like terms. The third one is not. It's radical 3. Okay, it's like 5y. So how do I add 3x plus 4x? How do I add 3 radical 2 plus 4 radical 2? It will be 7 radical 2 plus 5 radical 3. And that's your final answer. You cannot do anything else. Okay? So what I want you to do is please pause the video. Try example 1, 2, 3, and then watch me solving the problems and make any corrections if you have to. So number 1, radical 12 is 4 times 3, which is 2 radical 3. And 75 is 25 times 3, which is 5 radical 3. So the final answer would be 7 radical 3. Okay? Question number 2. I'm actually going to show the steps step by step because I think I go too fast. 3 radical 5. 5 is a prime number, so you just rewrite it. Okay, but let me write negative 4 radical 20 over here and explain it. So negative 4, bring it down. Radical 20 is 4 times 5. So negative 4, bring it down. Radical 4 is 2. Radical 5. So negative 4 times 2 is negative 8 radical 5. So minus 8 radical 5. How do you subtract it? You subtract the coefficients. 3 minus 8 is negative 5. So the final answer is negative 5 radical 5. Okay? And last example, I will actually simplify square root of 25. Maybe this time on this, I'll do on this side. 125 is 25 times 5. So this is equal to 5 radical 5. 60. Okay. What perfect square goes in 60? 60 could be 1 times 60, 2 times 30, 4 times 15. Okay. Anything else? 4 times 15. That's it. So this would be square root of 4 times square root of 15. And this would be 2 radical 15. Okay? So let's finish the problem. 5 radical 5, bring it down. Minus 2. Now, square root of 125, we said is 5 radical 5. So times 5 radical 5. And then plus square root of 60, which is 2 radical 15. Now, I can multiply 2 times 5. So 5 radical 5, you bring it down. Negative 2 times 5 is negative 10 radical 5 plus 2 radical 15. I have two like terms. 5 minus 10 is negative 5. So negative 5 radical 5 plus 2 radical 15. And that's your answer. Okay? Thank you for watching this video and have a good day.